Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel, man. And today we're gonna be trying to finish up the E36 2 days before the first event that I'm able to make it to. Just say that I'm a little bit of a long ways off from getting this car done, and let me show you guys why. If you watched the previous video, you know that I got the engine in, got the motor running, got all that stuff done. Transmission, all that stuff is good. Diff is good, everything along those lines. But we are going to be throwing some solid subframe bushings, subframe reinforcements, some strut tower reinforcements, and we also have a couple other parts as to solid trailering arm bushings, two adjustable lower control arms, and reinforced pockets, because the pockets, if you watched the last video, you knew that the pockets on this car were actually rusted out. So you got this here, then you got bolt stuck, broken off inside of one of these holes here. It's no good. So I gotta drop tank right now and get it out of the way so I don't catch anything on fire when I go to try to weld all this stuff inside. Typically you don't have to take the tank out to do this, but with me doing the full reinforcement for the pockets, which let me show you guys these things, dude. If you have an E36 and you just want to be sure that your stuff isn't gonna fall apart, these pockets here, straight from Poland, it took 2 weeks for these things to get here. Two to 3 weeks, honestly. But the quality of them is really, really nice, and you won't have to ever worry about your pockets or anything like that being damaged. As long as you don't strip any bolts out, you make sure you keep some grease in those threads, you know, you should be good to go. But these are going to be way more sturdy than the pockets that are actually on the car now. So that's just the little bit of parts that I got to throw on. Lots of welding to get done, and I got to do a couple of trailer arm bushings and stuff like that on the trailer arms. So we're gonna go ahead and start by pulling the tank out of the car, getting the tank on the ground, and then start cleaning up all my weld area where I'm gonna be welding and cutting out the old pockets. So dropping the tank is fairly simple. You usually want to go into your back seat, make sure you disconnect your fuel lines. It's two fuel lines that run right underneath here. Just want to make sure you disconnect those two, and then you got the straps that hold it on. Make sure you just have something under there, you know, so the tank doesn't fall on you or whatever the situation may be. But yeah, disconnect your fuel lines first. Disconnect your fuel lines down at the bottom, and then you got two things that hold it up. Drop it down, and then I'm gonna start off by trying to get that shit knocked out. Sounds like I got someone pulling up outside. I don't know who. My brother. This is a start. I got the tank out. I did break a couple of lines for the evap shit, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. They do give you a template with these R tabs like this. They do give you a template to mark out, be able to cut the correct amount out, so you don't like overcut. So you put one of the bolts. This hole's missing, so I can't, and then this one's got a bolt broken off in it. One bolt's just fine. You kind of mock it up there, and just so you know, I'll cut behind this line because this will have to get welded to this, so this would be like flat on that. So they did plug with a template, so all you have to do is put it up there, mark where you want them to cut. Because these tabs, they, like when you set this in here, okay, the tabs bend up if you can't tell. So they'll bend up, then you'll seam sealer it and things like that. But I have it marked back there all along to the end here, because it literally put that in there. You can see how far down it goes. So you want to go all the way down to just like that. I'm gonna put this back in there really quick and make sure that I actually went the length that I needed to with my mark, so I don't cut too much or cut less. So see, I need to actually draw the line out more and cut the rest of that little piece out. So we'll do that, and then I'll start cutting. Once I get it cut out, I'll come back to you guys and you guys will see how it fit up. And then we'll do some prep work after we cut it. Some prep work done after we cut it, and then we'll be good to go. So make sure you mark it good so you don't overcut anything, guys. So there you go. And remember, at the end, you want to cut at the end here. You want to cut a little bit up. You got these spot welds, you'll be able to spot weld too, because they got the spot welds marked in it as well, which is great. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna actually cut that much out. Probably gonna just cut the pocket out. So let me take this off real quick. It's a good mark though. You can check this out. I'm gonna end up cutting, instead of cutting, boom, that far out, we're gonna cut here and then cut around just to get this pocket out. And then we're gonna leave this section so we have something to put some spot welds on. And that'll get welded, and then this backside, obviously, all that gets welded. But this is the problem that I was having, and I really didn't want to try to fix it. You look really close, and there is a bolt stuck in there. So, can't really see, sorry, can't really see, but it is a bolt stuck in there. That's the only hole open. So, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this cut out. And then once I get all that cut out, we'll come back, clean everything up, and then try to mock that bad boy up in there. So, old pocket is out, as you guys can see. So, old pocket. As I was saying, the old tabs are out. That is the old one, missing hole. That's the new one. You're gonna have to do a little bit of trimming and stuff like that to get it to fit how you want. But shove it in there like so, and then boom. And you'll bang these. You'll hit that with a hammer to get them closer so you can weld it up. And then you'll do all the spot weld, seam seal, but you'll clean everything where you marked. So we'll get all cleaned up and get it put back together. Hopefully it holds up better than the last ones. I got a good feeling they will though. So I'm getting this side all welded up. Don't make fun of the welds. This hole I'm gonna end up patching with a little square or something. Cut it out, patch it up. I made that hole bigger because I had to cut this top piece of the old pocket out. So, I mean, it's in there. It's in there strong enough. I know for sure. The welds may not look pretty, but it is in there. I'm on the other side now. I've been on the other side for quite some time. I've already got the old pocket cut out. And I got this pocket starting to get welded in. Don't mind this, I just got done. So, getting this side welded in right now. I got the other one cut out. So, big, strong pockets. Not none of this junk. Actually, not junk. They do save you, but you might as well just do this. It'll save you a lot of time, and you don't have to worry about, the bolts on the old pockets coming out or anything like that. Also got to weld that up. Like I said, I had to cut that just to get to a piece up at the top. So weld all that shut. I'm going to get all this done. And then after that, we're going to move on to the subframe reinforcements. And I also got reinforcements for the shock towers. And then that's all welding that needs to be done. And hopefully we can bust this thing out on the grind to try to get to the first event Sunday. I find it so crazy, man, because this car was supposed to be ready, I want to say a month or two ago. And this has turned into a whole ordeal of me literally going like full on into this car, trying to fix every issue that it had. Like I said, if you're new here, man, and you haven't watched the other videos, This was a 318, had a 4-cylinder, and it was rusty as fuck. So we're here trying to restore its glory, and we're gonna go ahead and finish getting these pockets welded in, because that's gonna help us a lot on the track. It's gonna stiffen up the whole chassis a lot more. Must do reinforcements on E36s. This is my third E36. I've never got this in depth with it, but it'll all be worth it in the end. And hopefully you guys can see this thing slide at the track really, really soon. And this is the second day of me trying to get everything thrown together on the E36. And so far, it's going good. Let me show you guys what I've accomplished. I accomplished a lot off camera. I was here by myself, tripod not in sight. I broke it making the last video. So I'm gonna just show you guys what I got going on. And we are really, really close. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the event though, but I am really, really close to getting the car done. So we got all that stuff painted up, the boogers. I got to still seam sealer it. Got the reinforcement plates on around the whole thing. So all the welding's done underneath the car. And right now I'm doing the drill and hammer method for the subframe bushings. I got to do these last two, and then we're going to do the same thing to the diff, because I did get solid diff bushings and solid diff bushings, solid subframe bushings, and solid trailer and arm bushings. I gotta go pick up some new hub bearings from AutoZone to put in this one and put the hub on. And this is what we got so far. So I'm gonna finish drilling these out, get these drilled out, and see how it goes. You gotta hit it right on top.
Like right in the middle?
Let me show you how. Let me get it in there first. Like that. Now you can smack it all the way down. Keep going. A couple extra ones. Make sure it's in there. Okay. That's good.
I did it.
Now, so we back at it. We got every bushing done except for two. One on the back of the subframe. We're about to go ahead and get these done. Knock these out. Yes, I'm using the fucking wheel bearing press, but it's alright. You gotta take this axle out. I'm gonna swing it to the other side. Pull the axle out. Shit. For some junk. It's not really junk, but hey, buddy could have at least been honest. That's all I'm gonna say. Buddy could have at least been honest about everything. He did not have to lie like that. Go ahead and set this up like so to catch it. And then I found it best that a, what is that, 36mm socket will press the bearing out. Okay, so low key this is kind of hard. Just gotta buzz this all the way out, hold this, put the clamp on there. You gotta get the socket in there. Alright, that's good. Center of that socket, keep tightening it up. .22. We're just gonna punch that center out. Go ahead and take the impact. Do not rip that bitch, because if I smash my finger, I'll be mad. Keep going. Alright, bust that bitch out of there.
go.
It's pushing the bearing out. Go ahead. Keep going. All right. Yeah. Well, that worked a lot better, I guess.
Did it all come out? I guess it did.
Yeah, it did. So, new bearing. Don't forget the grease, like I did on the first one. You just need a little thin layer of that sheet. And this shit's sticky. Just a thin layer of it. A little grease to go in it. Set it in there. Let me see that hammer. Usually don't recommend using the hammer on it, but it worked better last time. It worked better. That's why I didn't use grease the last time, because that bitch just pops out every fucking time. Okay, those bushings are done. So with that being said, like the last part of the video, the subframe bushings are in. I did end up getting the subframe installed off camera. Had a couple complications trying to get it up in there without pushing the bushings and shit out, but the shit went really smooth and everything is back together. I didn't put the fuel tank back in just for the simple fact that I broke a couple of the evap things on it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go with a 10 gallon fuel cell with an inline 255 pump. We're just gonna run some standard 3/8 fuel line, nothing fancy, not right now. Just trying to get the car done. But yeah, tank is not gonna go back inside. 10 gallon fuel cell is gonna be going in the back. So we're gonna get that ordered. Gotta order that, a fuel pump, and we'll just run the O'Reilly's and get some lines. And we're gonna do that and the battery relocation, and then try to tidy up the interior to make it look presentable. But as of right now, she's looking pretty presentable, and I'm not mad about it at all. Yes, this build took a lot longer than it was supposed to, but hopefully within the week or so, I'll be able to get, not the week, a couple weeks, I'll be able to get it and hit the track in this car for the first time. I do got to find some tires because I'm running 205 40s, 17s. And then, yeah, I got a bunch of spares, a bunch of 17s already, so I just got to get some 205 40 17s and get them mounted. And that's what we're going to be running on the front and the back of the car. As you guys can see, the white wheels are kind of big, and I would like to run those, but I'm thinking I might have to roll the fuck out the fenders, so I don't really know. So we walk back to the car. Let's see. We got new lower control arms, Fortune Auto coilovers. We got all the bushings done in the subframe. The R-tabs and the reinforcements are done as well. I can't really see. There it is. All welded in, ready to go. All new bushings, drive shafts hooked up. And everything turned out pretty good. As you guys can see, those lower control arms really helped. You want your wheel to be flat on the ground. Oh, touching the camera. But I will get more in depth on that car. I'm thinking more of a streetable daily type car. The E36 is obviously going to be straight full track car. Might see some street time. Not a lot, honestly. Don't really want to drive it on the street. Yeah, this car is you're gonna see a lot of progress with the E36. I still have the Skyline, but on with the rambling. If you guys enjoy what you saw here today, make sure you hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, tune in for more, drop a comment, and tell me what you want to see more of. If you want to see more of a certain particular car, just let me know. Always down to new ideas and trying to do different things. So, yeah, peace out.